Okay, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Well, of course, you know it's your fault, Behind Radio, shouting, stepping in the building. I got a young OG in this thing, Lil Zane. What's good with it, my dog?
What's up, man? Lil Zane in this thing. What's up, baby? What's poppin'?
I mean, this new banger that you got on deck, man. This
Yeah,
Weed
man.
Lady. I mean, talk to me about this banger, boy.
Hey, man, you know Weed Lady, man. It's a song I got with Lil Scrappy. It's on iTunes right now, all musical outlets, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you go to get your music. It's on there now, produced by my man LB. And it's basically just about, you know, when your weed man not around, man, you need to find the weed lady. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
The song came about. One of my little partners I be getting my little green from wasn't there, and whatever happened to him remains anonymous. And he was like, "Don't worry, go by the crib, and I got somebody that's gonna take care of you." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't really know if I want to be dealing with nobody new." He's like, "Trust me, you gonna like this."
Ooh.
So I knock on the door. I'm going to get like something small, but here comes this beautiful. Oh my God! She opened the door. She was like, "Hey, what you need?" I'm like, give me everything you got. Everything you got, if you got it." Like, I didn't want to get a small from
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a true story. That's how it came about, man. My Weed Lady featuring Lil Scrappy. It's a dope record, man. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. The beat banging, you know, it's definitely for the ladies, but it's something the ladies gonna love. It's for all my pretty girls that blow trees, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to all the pretty girls that blow trees, man. It's on for y'all, man.
Talk to me about switching the style up, man, and I mean just getting into a new groove with it, though.
Man,
Zane.
you know, you gotta get with the times, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm around a lot of young talent. You know what I mean? I started in the game young. I'm still rather young. You know what I mean? I'm an OG in the game, but I'm really young. You know what I
Just
mean?
a young OG.
I'm in my early 30s.
Yeah.
So you know, I wanted to stay with the times, man. I wanted to get them something like that could remind them of me, but also go with what's going now, because I'm about the now. You know, I'm not about the past. I'm about new money and new music and new things. So, you know, I just wanted to get with the times, and you know, I buckled down in the studio and listened to every new song that was out and every old song I could think of, and try to come with something new, and people started feeling it. So that's what you got. The new project is a little bit of old mixed with a lot of new. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about this new project. What you calling it, man?
On the new project's called Life I Live. I got 2 projects on the way. I got Life I Live on the way. That's gonna have Weed Lady on it. A whole bunch of different music on it. And that drops in the middle of this summer. I'm gonna drop. You know, it's not really no dates on albums now. It's just when I'm feeling it,
you feel
and the
it.
crowd is feeling it, and you know, as far as the fans and people like you, when y'all calling me saying, "Yo, when the album coming," then
Exactly.
we gonna focus on that. But right now, the focus on Weed Lady. Life I Live on the way, but I'm also working on this album I got coming out called 24 Play. I went in the studio in 24 hours. I did a song an hour, and it's called 24 Play. So, you know, people always compare me to Pac, man. I felt like I wanted to, you know, nobody could be compared to Pac, but if you're gonna be compared to Pac, you better match the work ethic.
Gotta
So
have the work
I
ethic.
figured Pac was doing, you know, 10 songs a day. Let me try to do 24 songs in a day. Let me try to do a song an hour.
Exactly.
And I knocked it out. It's a song an hour. Some songs is 3 minutes. Some songs is 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But we moving around 24 hours. Called 24 Play. R. Kelly had 24 Play. I mean, had 12 Play.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars had 24K. I got 24 Play.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
That's cold.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy.
Mean, Zane, you was talking earlier about coming into the game as a youngster, man. What
Yeah.
was that like for you, just jumping off the porch? Because I mean, you have been doing this pretty much all your
I
damn
jumped
life.
out I mean, I tell people, man, I only had one job in my life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I had 2 jobs. I lied when I was 14 and said I was 16.
Yeah.
And I was managing. I was working at Subway for like a week. I was managing it. Then I was working at Hardee's when I was like 15 for like a week. And somebody threw a cheeseburger at me, and I damn near jumped over the counter and tried to kill him. So I was like, "Yo, this ain't for me," you know. So I ain't really been, you know, music is the only thing I knew. I had record deals since I was, 10 years old. So, like I said, I'm in my early 30s now. So, you know, with me, man, it's just, you know, being in the game and just being around it so long, man. You just wanna keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Coming in so young, what was some of those early jewels that you picked up
Yeah,
that
some of the-
allowed you to have that longevity?
Yeah, some of the jewels I learned coming up is just one, you know what I mean, never be satisfied, never feel like you comfortable. You know what I mean? Growing up around Puff and Pac and Big and all of them, you know what I'm saying? 112, like I just grew up watching the greats, and I learned like to never be satisfied, and I always know it's the next level to go to. And you know, when people didn't hear me putting out music, that don't mean I wasn't making music. I was always in the studio making music. And I just you know, when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I mean? I've been, and that's what I learned from the greats. When it's your time, it's your time. Just no matter even when the cameras ain't on, keep working. And I think that I'm a result of somebody that even when the camera's not on me, I kept working. And now I'm back with something crazy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, when you say growing up around the likes of Pac, Big, and Puff,
Yeah.
I mean, you talking about a time in hip hop that is unmatched and
Yeah.
unduplicated.
Yeah.
What was it like getting your tutelage during that time, being able to see firsthand what them boys had going on, man?
Man, it was experience, man. You know what I mean? I've been in a room when, when Biggie was writing, I've been in a room with the Outlaws. I've been, I just just being around them people like that, you just pick up so much game, man, and you see how much the industry like just changed so quick. You know what I mean? Like if Big and Pac was still around, a lot of things would be different. You know what I mean? But I love where the music is at now. I think Pac and Big would have got with the times too. I think they would have been, doing whatever swag. I think Pac would have been using autotune. Big would have been using autotune. I think they would have got with the wave because they was the wave. You know what I mean? And so that's what I picked up. I just picked up stay hungry, man, stay humble, and whatever you do, just keep the music first. You know what I'm saying? Keep God first and keep the music next. You know?
That's right. Being in the game during that time, what was that tipping point for you when you realized that, you know what, this is something that I can do for the rest of my life?
I mean, at the end of the day, just when, being able to go places and travel places that I probably would have never been able to go if I wasn't rapping. That's one thing I missed about like when I was on my downtime, just the traveling. Like when you in the rap game or you doing music or whatever you doing that enables you to travel, you got to take advantage of that. So being able to see the world is one of my and have my family, my friends, and my homies see the world. That's one of my pros of doing music and being able to provide for my family. Of course, like I hate being able. I don't never want to have to tell my daughter, or my son, or my mom no. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's the drive. When I started looking around and I started noticing like, yo, like I gotta get back in the game and get on top because it's a lot of people depending on me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that wouldn't be able to travel the world or wouldn't be able to like have the things they have if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to put the pressure on myself. But at the same time, I want to be that. I want to be that hero for my people, you know what I mean? So there's no pressure. I just do what I do and it's going good for me. But that's what it is, man. That's what my drive is, man. My family, people around me, seeing them have things that they never had.
Mm-hmm. Now, Zane, you can't come in here without talking about one of my favorite songs of all time.
What's
man.
that, yo?
That damn Anywhere, man.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
Talk to me about when you knew that you had to get on that track and give it all you had,
Hey, listen,
man.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing at the time. I just was doing it, and that's kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm just doing it, but with a clear view, with a clear vision. But Anywhere, that's one of my favorite songs because it's the first song they really know me on.
Yeah.
Shout out to 112, man. Shout out to K Wells, all of them that has something to do with it. Greg,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Puff, all of them, because I know they listening right now, man. I really love them guys for helping me. But Anywhere was like, come on, man. That was, Anywhere was the #1 song in the world. It's the freakiest song out of that time. I'm a real freaky dude too. You know what I'm saying? So it was perfect it went perfect along with what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So Anywhere was just one of them records where it was just like, man, like on some real note, like, thank you, man. Thank you for even the fans, man. To this day, I hear it. To this day, we breaking records. We was just in the Magic Mike movie. I just got another call about it being another movie. So that's a song that the fans and the radio keep continuing to play. And I appreciate y'all, man, for spinning that. And I hope y'all support the new music the same way. Because Weed Lady is so crazy. Shout out to Lil Scrappy, man. And we trying to keep it new for y'all now. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at that time, though, Zane, when that song took off and you realized that you was about to be a household name? And
I didn't know.
Would never be the same?
Yo, I didn't know. I didn't know what it was gonna be. But I think I noticed that the song was doing good when I was traveling with Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the road. I was the only rapper ever on the tour, 50 city tour, Whitney Houston. That's big. You know what I'm saying? That's big. So when Whitney Houston was rapping my verse. Rest in peace to Whitney, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was big to me. I knew it was kind of like, yo, Whitney Houston is rapping Anywhere. Like that's big. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just meeting people like that you really respect. Like I remember being in the studio and Jay-Z was in the studio and we was doing the Anywhere remix. And I remember just being in there with him and Shine. This is the first time people heard Shine on the Anywhere remix. So you gotta do your research, but I was in the studio with Jay and them, and just the respect that I was getting, like, okay. So that's when I knew, okay, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right.
Now, when you came with that Calling Me, though, man, another banger.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that one.
Calling Me happened, man. Originally, Akon had produced Calling Me,
What?
and he was on the chorus. And a lot of people don't know that, but it ended up being produced by Mr. Fitz and Diggy Dom, these producers I was working with that was also signed to the manager I was working with at the time. So it just made sense for him to kind of get them in there on that. Plus, their track was banging. They added a little salsa feel to it. And, you know, originally, like I said, Akon was on the chorus. He did the beat, but it ended up being 112 on the chorus because we thought it was just the smartest thing to do. Like, I just came off to Anywhere and, you know, come to back with 112. We just thought it was smart to do. Exactly. And shot the video out of Miami. This was at the time when we were shooting $600,000 videos. You know, I had the speedboat, I had the mansion. If you look at that video, there's a lot of people in that video right now that's mega today. Nick Cannon's in that video. Carl Kanaz in that video. Makai Pfeiffer's in that video. Who else is in that video? Doodle Brown, he's a big comedian now. I had so many people that careers blew up after that, you know what I'm saying? And just know I'm going to be calling all y'all for these cameos and these features.
What do you think about when you look back on them times, those Zane, and you see all of the budgets and stuff?
There was blown budgets, man. I'm glad that part of the game changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was blown budgets, man. Like, labels, I remember getting a bill for, like, you know, like I said, $600,000 for a video, $300,000 for a video. I remember getting bills for, you know, you be in the studio for 8 hours and get billed $10,000 an hour, crazy stuff like.
Right.
So I had to learn the game quick. I was like, yo, all this money, y'all spend all this money. I started buying my own studios and I started signing my own producers and paying for my own tours. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go independent, man, because they taking your money. If they pay for it, you paying 3 times. If you pay for it yourself, you see that money back quick. So that's why I started going independent. Like, you know what I mean?
Talk to me about that growth process right there when you realized that it was time for you to go independent and what was going through your mind.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I know it was time to go independent when, you know, I was signed to, you know, Worldwide and, you know, the money wasn't looking right. You know, I was signed, you know, then I did the deal straight with Capital and, you know, they gave me a lot of money, but then they was playing with my project. You know what I'm saying? I was hot and they was playing with my project. You know what I'm saying? So that's what took the beginning of the gap started. You know, of the waiting game. I just got tired of playing the waiting game and having to ask somebody else, yo, when you can move. And, you know, just it was stopping my creative flow. Like people like Lil Zane for what he was bringing to the table. And then when you got this big budget, you got people that you never know coming out the woodworks. They're like, oh, this guy should write this and this guy should produce this. And, yo, you should put this guy on as your DJ. And then it breaks up what originally you had. And you lose that momentum, that sauce, that flavor. So then you got to start back from ground zero. So I just had to get all the peons from around me and get all the yes sir, the yes, you know what I'm saying, the people just trying to hold on to you because you popping, you know what I mean? So and sometimes when you getting rid of them people, you gotta go in the downtown for a minute, regroup. All companies go through it though. Like you gotta regroup. I'm a company. I'm a walking company. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I'm a businessman. Like and companies gotta regroup. And I had U.S. Entertainment. I got rid of that. Now I got money making music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing music that's making a lot of money now. And so we moving.
What is it like for you as an artist, though, man, when you was trying to navigate through the industry with those majors and stuff like that? How was that experience for you, man? Because, I mean, like you say, when you got folks coming from all over the place trying to tell you how to flip that budget, and you thinking to yourself, yeah, y'all gave me this money, and I kind of want to keep it, but they telling you to spend it, and then you thinking to yourself, you're not really spending my money the right way either. Yeah. So what was that experience like for you?
That was crazy, man. I think it was just really crazy. I remember them giving Timbaland $100,000 to do a track for me. He never showed up to the studio. You know what I'm saying? When stuff like that was happening, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I called Timbaland like, what the heck you got going on, bruh? You know what I'm saying? What you playing with, bruh? You know what I'm saying? He was like, little dog, you tripping, little homie. I think I caught Magoo at a show or something, and I'm like, yo, get your man on the phone, bruh. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, let me get him on the phone. So, but then, you know, the labels, he didn't even really know nothing about it. When I talked to him, he like, what you talking about? And I'm like, yo, this the game them labels be paying, bro. Somebody got a $100,000 check, and I didn't sign off on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, when it was time to let me out of my contracts, they gave me my money and let me go because they knew, like, if I really wanted to go to war, I could have went to war. But, you know, I had so much music and I was getting so much money other places. I was just like, you know what? We're going to let that die down, let that contract die. We're going to keep moving. that's how I've been surviving, doing that movie stuff and stuff like that. But that's where I first learned I had to get my own stuff going, and I learned how important it was to keep doing this movie and this TV, because this rap game, this industry is really fickle. At the time it was, but now it's better because you ain't got to wait on labels. You could make your own drop dates. The fans is directly hitting me. My fans hit me and tell me what they feeling and what they not, and that's why we got the hottest music in the streets now, because your fans tell you like, yo, this is it, this ain't it, and you got to listen to your fans and listen to the DJs and the people around you. Like, I brought the music up to you, and you like, that's a go. Okay, boom. So you got to, sometimes artists be feeling like the stuff they do, everything is a go. You got to really listen to the people around you in the market you're trying to touch.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what I like about being independent, man. You really can just be direct with your fans too.
How was it when you started acting and stuff like that, and you said, let me go ahead and let these folks know that I'm multi-talented in this thing?
Man, acting just came to me, man. I was in New York one time. I walked past. First of all, I got into acting a little bit before I did music. I was in a play. I used to do plays.
Yeah.
So I was young. I was like 12, 13 doing plays. So then after my first album came out, whatever, right before my first album came out, I was in New York working on my album, and I saw some auditions for Finding Forrester, a movie with Sean Connery and Busta Rhymes. And you know me, I'm just live, dog. I'm like, yo, I walk by the McDonald's. I like, hey, that's an audition, man. Let's go down there to this I was at MTV at the time doing an interview or something. I'm like, let's walk down here and see. And I seen a line of people just waiting, like 200, 300 people around the corner. Man, I walked right past all them people. I knocked on the door. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm over here doing an interview at MTV, but I heard y'all shooting a movie. What's up? And dude like called me in, and they read me right there, and I kind of like read for like 2 minutes. It was crazy. And then they was like, we'll give you a call. And like a week later, they called, was like, yeah, we want to come back to New York. The movie's with Sean Connery. And I'm like, hell yeah. Like that was just me. That's why I tell people, closed mouth don't get fed. That was just me being open and trying to look for it. So you got to look for the next thing. If I would have walked past it, it would have never happened. But then after that, you know what I mean? Steve Carr was shooting my video for Calling Me. No, I'm sorry. Steve Carr was doing my video for Money Stretch. Yeah. Off the Next Friday soundtrack. And the way he was doing the video, I was like, man, you're going to be big. You're going to be doing movies one day. He had never did movies. Then he got a call. His first movie was Dr. Dolittle 2. And he called me, was like, yo, they got a party here for a little young guy playing her boyfriend. I remember you telling me I was going to be doing movies. So I figured, why not call you? Yeah. So then he flew me out there. He was like, you ain't got to do nothing but smile, dog. They already want you. So I went up there, hey, how y'all doing? Da, da, da. They was like, you got it. So, you know, and that's another thing. That's why I got back to the music, because when you think about it, all that came from your music being the dopest. So I had to realize as an actor, like, okay, Zane, you got to go back to your starting spot. You was an artist. These people know you as an artist. You letting your fans down because you ain't releasing that music. You dropping movies, but you ain't releasing that music. So now I'm just on that music, man. Like, movies are coming, but I'm just on that music, and I got the wave, man. Like, it's like a tidal wave about to hit the world. Like, like I said, man, I just dropped 5 songs a day. I was at Patchwork working. Shout out to Kurt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Prophet. Shout out to Bob. You know, I got Patchwork, the A-Room locked down. So if you're in the A-Town right now, you listening to this, pull up, man. Artists, new artists, sign artists. I got that wave right now. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Now, Zane, when you look at your life, man, because, I mean, being able to be a rap star and an actor at the same damn time, I mean, that's a lot of young folks' dreams, and they never get a chance to achieve those dreams. What were some of the experiences that you had doing that during your lifetime that you say, you know what, I would not trade that for the world?
One of the things I say that, you know, reason why I wouldn't trade, I guess your question is, I wouldn't trade who I am and what I'm doing and being in the industry, just because, like, you know, just being able to help people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just an example, I got a label, you know what I'm saying? Taking people that never thought they was going to ever do videos, and like my artists tell me all the time, like, thank you, bro. Like, I take them to red carpets. I take them to the clubs, you know what I'm saying? Any bottles they give me, I'm giving to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying some bottles, you know what I'm saying? If I go shopping, I'm going shopping for the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? I like being, like I said, I like being able to do that, man. I'm very generous. I'm a very giving back person. You know, the other day, like a couple weeks ago, I was driving down the street. My girl was with me. Saw this dude walking. I just bought a new pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? I pulled over, tried to give him the Jordans, but his foot was like a 6. I wear like an 8.5. Yeah. So he was real, like, I ain't gonna mess you up like that, dog. I can't even fit him. Yeah. So then I'm like, yo, where you going? I'm like, if you passing the city trend or wherever you going to DTLR, I try to grab you something. Yeah. I just ended up not running to him. I gave him some money, whatever. But you wouldn't be able to do stuff like that if I wasn't in a position to. So it's just, it's not trying to tell people what I do. Like, it's just that you wouldn't be able to help people. And like I said, travel the world, man. And, and if I was a regular person, I might tell a kid, don't do drugs. I might tell a kid, stay in school. And they might not listen like they would listen to me if I was a celebrity. Like, sometimes we listen to celebrities more than people listen to. You could be right there every day in a person's face, bro, you need to go get you a job, dog. Exactly. He won't do it. But then Puff Daddy be like, yo, you need to get your job. He going to the job tomorrow. It's like, so, it's just being able to have a voice and a platform. So when stuff come up, like even stuff like that you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Like, Meek Mill would just be incarcerated still right now if he wasn't Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? Like, having that celebrity power and doing, but all the stuff came from music, from him being able to build up from the ground up from music. Now he's Meek Mill, you know what I mean? And now he got people writing the 76ers and writing to get him out. But if you was just, whatever his name is, Robert, whatever his name is, you would have just been in jail. So so I guess that's the benefits of being able to, it come with a lot of cons too, man. Being in the spotlight, you got people trying to get at you, you don't even know. Look at Mayweather. They shot at him out here the other day. Like, he probably don't even know them, dog. So you gotta deal with a lot of people that you it's a lot of different stuff you gotta deal with. But overall, you just keep it pushing because you think about the good stuff and how much it's helping you. Exactly. So you don't think about the bad when you're doing anything making money. You keep trying to think about that good coming out of it.
For those that don't understand, though, to break that down, Zane, because see, a lot of folks, they want to get into the game for the fortune and the fame, and they don't understand that it's a responsibility that comes along with that too. Yeah, that can be trying sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people first, I'm not a role model. I know I'm in a position to be a role model, but I got kids, so I guess I am a role model. I'm somebody's role model. Yeah. I don't need to be your kid's role model. You know what I'm saying? I could be my kid's role model because you might not want your kids to do what I allow my kids to do, or vice versa. But I think that I think that the stuff that I don't like that come with it is just a time away from your family. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time like birthdays or, you know what I'm saying, graduations. Sometimes not able to be like right now, my kids in Miami, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on that album. Yeah. I love to be able to hug my kids every night before they go to bed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But daddy out here working, and I'm working with just, a goal of getting a big old crib one day and having the money to just take the jet and fly them over for the day and bring them back. So, I just try to keep my eyes on, that and making sure like Biggie said, give my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to ever have to depend on a man. I don't want my son to ever have to, you know what I'm saying, do no jobs he don't want to do. I want them to be able to live their life and be creative and be kids and have fun and have the same opportunities that these rich kids have, because they're going to be rich kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
Zane, you was also talking about the beginning of the Gap time, man.
Yes, sir.
Break that down to me. And how was that for you coming off of such a high with all of them records, $600,000 video shoots and all of that crazy stuff, and say, you know what, I'm about to cool out for a second?
You know what? I mean, I ain't gonna play it like I said I was about to cool out for a second. I think what I said at the beginning of the Gap, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people wondering, like, what happened to Lil Zane? If you think about it, you can't say, yo, Lil Zane was whack. You definitely can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, somebody took Lil Zane out the game, like they try to say 50 took Ja Rule out the game. You can't say Lil Zane went to jail. You can't say he's dead. You can't say, you know what I'm saying? You can't say none of that. So it's like the only question you can say is what happened to Lil Zane. Well, let me tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I took off with the first album, Young World, The Future, dropped. It dropped in 2000, August 2000, August 22nd to be exact. You know what I'm saying? I had it was crazy just putting that album out. My single was out probably like 6-7 months before I even dropped the album. That's unheard of. You know, when your single's hot, labels usually, at the time there was singles selling. There was really singles. So at the time, if you got a single out and the single is selling records, you had $100,000. You had 100,000 records sold. You're supposed to snatch the single off the shelf and put the album out to make people buy the album. Yeah. They didn't do that. The single stayed out for 6 months. And then the album dropped. After the album dropped, I had so much strong fans that it still sold, even though it was still, the album came out 6 months later after the single, but we were still hot, so it dropped. Then before you, now you know people drop first single album, then the second single usually drop like a month or after the album drop, because you usually give the fans time to pick what they like, then you drop the second single, right? The second single then dropped to like 6-7 months after the album dropped. So that was None Tonight. So I'm still floating. So I'm floating on the album. I'm living off 2 singles for almost 2 years. The album's out, whatever. I'm doing a lot of touring, so I'm getting money.
Yeah.
But it was just like I had 4-5 albums worth of stuff. They just was taking forever to put the music out. And you know, then the second album came along. Me and my management, you know what I'm saying, me and K Wells started not seeing the same on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I started noticing a lot of shady stuff going on. I started noticing, you know, people, I didn't feel like people was moving in my best interest. You know what I'm saying? But I was so loyal at the time, and that's the only people I ever came in the game with, that, you know, I was at a point where, you know, if you got homies that you roll with and y'all so dope together or whatever, y'all just grinding for years, and then you turn around and you trust this person, you turn around and it's not really what it's supposed to be. It's like, when you got to start over, it's like you don't trust nobody, you ain't trusting nothing, you starting with a whole new team. You know, I started excluding myself off, and, you know, a lot of people that was, you know, and Dude had a lot of, and I said Dude, that's my management, you know, I ain't gonna say his name no more, but Dude had a lot of internal stuff going on too. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was taking some of that flack, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I wanted to do records with, I wanted to do situations with, wasn't really trying to work at the time because they thought I was still tied to that situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for years I had that the stigma of being tied to that situation. So that's why I went to Cali for a minute. I started doing the movies because, you know, I'm going back and forth with the label, and it just was taking time, and I didn't want to, I had to keep making money, and the movie stuff was popping for me, so I moved to Cali. And when I moved to Cali, I was doing the music stuff, but I noticed that, you know, I was in Cali for 10 years. When I moved to Cali, Lil Jon and them started taking off here. So it's kind of like when I moved to Cali, the scene really started coming to Atlanta. I felt like I was flying one way, and the music was flying the other way. I'm flying away from home, the music coming home. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, Pac and them was running it. Pac and the West Coast had it, East Coast had it. The South wasn't really nowhere around.
They wasn't jumping yet.
You know, you had MJG and you had Pimp C and them, but that was Texas.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Atlanta started taking back off again. Boom, when Lil Jon and them start coming. But then I'm out in Cali. So if I would have knew what I knew now, I would have flew my butt back. But I was out in Cali, I was doing movies, and I'm doing music in Cali. And I love Cali, but at the time, anybody that been to Cali knows sometimes, I don't know how it is now because I haven't been in a while, but when I was in Cali before, they would get music a little later than us. And it's, of course, they love Cali music. So I think over there for so many years, my music started really sounding like Cali music, or just a different type of music than my fans were used to me and I was used to doing, you know what I mean? But so I feel like that's what the gap was. I was in Cali, but the music scene was in Atlanta, and I was in Cali for 10 years. So, you know, I feel like I shouldn't have stayed there that long if I wanted to get the music thing popping. And then in Cali is a bunch of small cliques, a bunch of cliques. So, you know, I felt like I fit in there out there. I was out there cooling, but, you know, I felt like I wasn't doing songs doing the type of songs and with the type of artists and producers I wanted to work with. So, you know, long story short, that's where the gap came from, because I was in Cali and I was doing the film. I wasn't really getting the music done like I needed to, and the beats was different. Everything was just different. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Southern artist, you know what I mean? So then I moved to Miami from Cali. I kind of felt the Miami scene, but again, I felt like I didn't fit really in Miami because, you know, I'm not from Miami, you know, and they got small cliques out there too. I ran into the DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the love that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? I remember saying what's up to Khaled one time, and he would just walk past me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I helped Akon out. You know, Akon was one of the first artists I put on. So then I was out in Miami, I was working with Akon. I mean, Akon came out then. I was trying to, you know, do some songs with Akon, and he was kind of, you know what I'm saying, acting like he didn't want to work. But I love him to death, but he was just seeming like he wasn't really feeling the music or whatever it was. So I was just like, you know what, I gotta get back to the A and get this swing back. Like, so I just came to the A and I started like going to the clubs and, you know, not even asking the DJs to play no music, but just sitting by the DJs, watching the BPMs and, you know, seeing what they playing and what I had to do. And then I just went in the studio hard for like a year, 2 years, and was just like, I ain't coming out until I sound different. I ain't coming out till it's wavy, bro. And then, you know, I started coming out. I came with that weed lady, and everybody was like, okay, this the wave right here. I started jumping. I dropped some joints before there. Me and Scrappy been. Shout out to Scrappy, too, because Scrappy's one of the people, man. He kept it real, me 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a lot of dudes was fronting whatever, industry dudes out here, people in the industry, or my so-called friends out here, like, he just always was down to do songs with me. And even though he was on Love and Hip Hop, he was always down to, you know, keeping it 100. Shout out to Scrap, man. And so when I came with Weed Lady, I'm like, Scrap, you gotta come jump on this. So he came, and you know, you wanna start and finish with the people that you got love for. So once I did that, Weed Lady came, and then it just started moving around. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, I'm in Patchwork. I'm working every day. Like, you know, I kind of said my album was done, but when you get to Patchwork, it's like you start getting that sound. Now I'm around everybody. I'm in Patchwork, and people coming through that got names, people that's about to blow up, and they like, yo, what you got? And I'm playing new music for them, and they like, yo, this ain't the same Zane. Like, this is a wave. And I'm like, you like it? They like, yeah. So every time I turn around, I'm getting called to do a hook. And I told myself I wanted to be the hook person. Like, if you get my first album, like, I didn't sing a lot of hooks. Like, I always had people do my hooks, 112 and them. So I wanted to learn how to do hooks. So I took the last couple of years and just really focused on like picking the good beats and learning how to like write the most melodic music. And I said, yo, in about a year, I'm gonna be like T-Pain, I'm gonna be like R. Kelly, I'm gonna be like Ray Sherman. Everybody gonna want me to do their hooks. You know what I'm saying? I just had to focus on it. You know what I mean?
Coming into the game at 10 years old, man, the industry is almost like all you know. How do you feel about the industry versus reality? You see what I'm saying? You know what it looks like on TV, but then you also know what it is behind the scenes.
I mean, they put up a lot of smoke, man. Like, people think that, you know, it happened overnight. It don't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? People think that, I think with the industry, man, it's like, it's hard to be regular. Like the other day, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to go to the club, you know what I'm saying, by myself or with my girl or something. You know what I mean? But it's weird. Like, if you walk through the club with just you and your girl, right? And say you just walk through the club and you go to the line and you just want to be a regular person. They look at you like you're crazy and like you're nothing, or, yo, what's wrong with him? He's just here by himself with his girl. But then when I come through and I got 40 cats with me and you know what I'm saying, and we popping bottles, boom, boom, it's like, oh, it's Lil Zane. It's like sometimes, if you know me, it's like I'm such a regular dude. Like sometimes I be doing regular stuff, and my boys gotta remind me, and my people gotta remind me, like, yo, you Lil Zane, you can't do that, because I'm really so regular. Like, you know, sometimes I be on IG, whatever, be just talking about regular stuff and doing regular stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wash my own clothes, like I cook my own food. Like, I'm so regular, dog, but not regular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like they kind of regular, but like are kind of regular. Like,
what is it that gives you that humility, though, Zane, to be able to say, you know what, I'm about to just go ahead and hop in the regular line and get in the club like everybody else because I don't give a fuck?
I think that came from being around actors. I think it came from being around actors and people I know got way more money than me and any rapper I know, and then they just like wear regular clothes. Like, their clothes might have like no label on it or nothing, but it might cost like $1,000 shirt. You know what I mean? So I started learning, like, yo, people with real money, they don't care. Like Shaka riding a Toyota Corolla when you see him. If he can fit in it, he'll ride in it because he know what's in his bank.
Exactly.
So I started just not caring about what people think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started just on purpose. I had to get out of what people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I even started to just ride the MARTA bus one time. Cause I never, I used to, before I got in the industry, like before I started making it, I used to be the little book packer. Everybody that know me from Atlanta know I used to be the little dude with the backpack on, and I used to be on the MARTA or the CCT, whatever it is. Like, I was going to underground when it was popping. Yeah. But it's like now after you get famous, like in New York, they could still ride the train and they look regular, right?
Yeah, no.
But if I was to get on a MARTA in Atlanta, people would think I'm broke and tripping. So it's just like, I think I hate that about the industry, how like, you know, they don't let you be regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not regular, but everybody wants to put on a facade because it's like they say it's cool to be yourself, but they try to make it uncool to be yourself. You get what I'm saying? They said, be
know
yourself,
exactly
be
what you're
yourself, do what you do. But then as soon as you try to do yourself, you're not doing what a celebrity should. What should a celebrity do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's stuff like that, man, and just be like, yo, you got to take how it come, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If what's an instant, man? Just okay, I might be ordering food. You might order food and not like it, you know what I'm saying, and send it back. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. They'll send it back, they'll give it to you, whatever. If I don't like it and I complain, I send it back. Oh, Zane was an a-hole, he broke, he just broke, he couldn't pay, or he was such rude. It's just like, you know what I mean? So I be watching. Sometimes we go places and my girl might not like the food, and I'll be like, babe, I just pay for it. Just order what you. She's like, no, I don't want it. I said, babe, chill, because then they gonna say I'm broke, or they gonna say whatever. So like, you know, even, like I said, I went to the club and she like, babe, let's go out just ourselves. I'm like, just ourselves. I haven't went out by myself for so long. I don't even know how I go out by myself. I'm like, yo, what you mean? Just like a date?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like, bro, we've been together 5 years. Like, you scared to go? I'm like, it's crazy because when you do something regular, you so used to moving a certain way because people, it's like, y'all had to start learning, like, nah, man, just be regular, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. A lot of these actors, you might pull up and see Tom Cruise just chilling in Starbucks, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I think us as urban artists and as blacks and just in the hip hop community, we try to live this facade that's not real, man. We spend this money we don't got. We try to be people we not. You know what I'm saying? I think one thing I say we because I'm speaking as a whole, but not me. I feel like that's why I stand out. Like, I don't down nobody, but one thing you can say about me, I do what I do. I don't try to follow no trend. I don't try to go if everybody going right, I'm going left. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm selfish. It's just like I don't want to follow the crowd. I never like following the crowd. I didn't make it where I am following the crowd. I'm never going to follow the crowd. I'm a leader. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man.
I can definitely dig
Yeah.
that. Hold on. Now, lastly, Zane.
Yes, sir.
Break down this project one more again to me and this new single, bro.
Okay, man. Well, the new single is called We Ladies featuring Lil Scrappy. It's available right now on all musical outlets. The video is coming soon. Like I said, We Ladies, just, you know, I'm tired of the weed, man. I want to see some beauty when I'm smoking, you know what I'm saying? So the Weed Lady is definitely a song that for the pretty girls that blow and for the dudes that love to see a pretty girl roll one up. This is for you, you know what I mean? The new album is on the way. It's called Life I Live, pound LIL. People always ask me, gonna keep the Lil Zane, whatever. It's still Lil Zane, but we just changed it. Life I Live Zane. So LIL is Life I Live. And the project's an EP. It's not an album, it's the EP. It's gonna be about 7 to 8 songs on there. And nothing but heat. And then the album's gonna come after that. I got a new album I put together called 24 Play. I did 24 songs in 24 hours. And it's really dope. Y'all it's gonna. I know it sounds crazy. 24 songs in 24 hours. I know, but right now they calling me the man of the hour. If you come by Patchwork, I'm doing a song every hour, man. I just did a song. I just booked. How many hours I booked today, D? I booked 6 hours. I got 6 songs done today. You can call. So and they hits. They ain't we ain't call Kurt up, man. Get at me. Call Kurt if you're trying to get a hook, man. That's what like I said, man. I've been working these couple years to just be. This new album gonna have a lot of melodic stuff on it, a lot of bomb choruses, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be that like the new Ty Dolla, man, the new, you know what I'm saying, one of them dudes you come to for them choruses. You know what it is, the Young Thugs. You know the ones we go to the choruses, the Futures.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Future. You know what I mean? I just put my twist on it, and you know, I just, you know, I hope y'all like it. Like I said, Life I Live on the way, 24 Play on the way, and you know, Instagram is Lil Zane's World. Facebook, Lil Zane, man, y'all just follow me. I appreciate everything. We're on the Weed Lady tour right now. Shout out to Savannah. I've been killing Chattanooga, VA. I'm on my way to New York, Cali. So just back on the road, man, touching the fans, man, and excited about this new project, man. Life I Live, Weed Lady out right now. Go pick it up, man.
How can they contact you?
You can contact me through my social media, Lil Zane's World, Twitter, Lil Zane's World. You could call 678-663-3021 for them features. You know what I'm saying? We definitely on the features right now. And, you know, that's how you reach me, man. I'm in the streets, man. You know? Yeah.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Appreciate you coming through this thing,
yeah.
my dog.
Hey, before I get out, I just want to say, man, Atlanta been showing so much love, man. Like, and I feel like the DJs don't get enough props. If you don't mind, no disrespect, like shout out to all the DJs that even before I thought I had a hit or anything, they would just spin my records, like DJ Shaolin, DJ N1, DJ Peanut, just all the DJs, man. I can't name them all, but just all the DJs, you know who you are, that been spinning my record, man. DJ King, you know, everybody out here in Atlanta. Just shout out to y'all, man. The clubs that been showing love, man. Just everything, man. I appreciate it. Straight up.
1,000.
Yeah.
Beehive Radio Shout. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.
Yeah.